Welcome to the Weeb Lounge, and this is our review of Assassin class character Cleopatra from Fate Grand Order. Hey everyone, I'm Nick, and this servant is one of those, it was introduced fairly early in the game. Back then it was fairly lackluster. It's had some improvements over time, but let's go over the abilities, see what she leads to. First off, it's another chance-based skill. I hate these so much. 60% chance to increase her attack and defense up, along with a self-heal. Really similar to one of Nero Claudius's 4-star Saber version. Her second, probably her most useful ability, she gets a NP generation rate up for 3 turns. She also gets 10% of her NP every turn for 3 turns, and an overtime 3-turn heal. That's a pretty good skill. Can help her develop her Noble Phantasm fairly quick. That's pretty good. Her third one, 1 turn invincible, removes any debuffs on her, and negates some critical stars. Overall, okay. Her Noble Phantasm, though, is a typical AoE, can be upgraded with the interludes, I believe. Gives a one-time buff up that activates after the Noble Phantasm has gone, so you pop that, chain it with other ones, and her... It also puts a one-time buff block on the enemy. I guess that's kind of situational. I don't know. But, let's see her in action.
Alright, so first things first, I wanted to show how she can generate her Noble Phantasm. She's actually pretty good when it comes to this, especially if she can crit. But by following up her first arts cards with 2 critical strike cards, 2 quick cards, it's decent. Take a look. $70 NP. Now that's without critting anything. Her ability, as long as the cards line up pretty well, to generate her Noble Phantasm is actually really, really good. If either one of those quick cards have happened to have crit, she'd probably be at 200% right now instead of gaining just a 70. And you combine that with her middle ability, generating her Noble Phantasm is pretty simple. Let's go ahead and clear this out, and then I'll show you her Noble Phantasm. Now her Noble Phantasm, fairly standard, but it can hit hard. I've noticed that it seems like the difference between having 1 card and having 2 or 3, in most cases you see that as a little bit of a bump. You notice a difference, but it's not like this massive difference. With her, it seems to be like this mega difference. I don't know exactly what the deal with that is, but let's self-buffer, see what I'm talking about. Her attack up missed on her first skill. And that's typical for her. Or whether or not they do anything, I always just do all the buffs. Alright, do that. Put her in a chain, she won't get to do anything else, but... Ours is Noble Phantasm level 3. Alright, 61,000 self buffs. Her attack damage up failed. If that would have hit, it would have been a significant little improvement. Buffs with other people. You can do some good AoE damage. But like I mentioned before, it seems like with just 1 card, it's a little iffy. Now, her Noble Phantasm has been upgraded, and before, when I had that experience, it was before I did the actual Noble Phantasm interlude or upgrade, before it was even in the game. So it's been a long while. Your mileage might vary on that one. But that's Cleopatra.
All right, well, as you can see, if you're trying to generate your Noble Phantasm pretty quick. Cleopatra can generate her Noble Phantasm really quick, especially if those quick cards that you saw crit. Her arts card itself, the arts card's actually kind of mediocre. If it crits in the third card, it's actually really good. But otherwise, it's a really mediocre. It's chaining it with her quick cards, an arts card first, followed by the quick cards. That's what gets her Noble Phantasm boosted up pretty quick. And her Buster cards following an arts card actually do okay, higher than average than other characters anyways. Her skills, they don't play well with others. It's all about Cleopatra. I mean, it's Cleopatra, right? But her buffs don't help anyone else other than herself. They're okay. Her middle skill, her second skill is fairly decent. The chance-based one, garbage. If it's one of those skills that you can't rely on. And her last skill, if she needs to survive enemy's Noble Phantasm or something like that, it comes in handy. Otherwise, meh. So overall, this character, kind of standard, can generate her Noble Phantasm fairly well. Unless you have multiple copies of her card to level up that Noble Phantasm, however, it hits actually fairly weak. Even upgraded, I would say it puts it on average. It makes it par. So, with that said, what is our final verdict on this character? We're going to have to say this character is a hard pass. You don't need her. With a caveat. There's always caveats, right? If you don't happen to have a decent assassin character capable of some good AoE, it would be worth looking into getting this character. If it's on a banner with other things that you want more so than Cleopatra, I'd say it's okay. But otherwise, if you got something that can fill that gap, save a quartz. Hard pass on Cleo. And that's our review. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification button. We're going to be streaming every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday over on Twitch / the Weeb Lounge. And we just made our way through Altelia Ryza. We're going to be working on some other ones. Call of Duty, we kind of wrote off for a while. And then we might write about something. I don't know. We're still up in the air of what we want to play. But the Altelia games are growing on us, so we're probably going with that. And until the next review, see you then.